So many of us over the years have thought that Washington needs saving. Here's a gentleman who did it, actually not in the same capacity that many of us were thinking about. But here's Chris Formant, a novelist whose background in the world of literature was rock and roll a couple of years ago with your first book. And now this one, Saving Washington, a historical novel that brings up areas of American history that I think come as surprises to most people.
Yeah, and it was a surprise to me, Pat. About 3 or 4 years ago, I was reading the paper, the Baltimore Sun. I'm from Baltimore, now Sedona. But I was reading and came across a one-paragraph announcement of a wreath-laying ceremony in Prospect Park, Brooklyn, honoring the Maryland 400 who saved America. I'd never heard of this before.
The Maryland 400.
Maryland 400. And so I Googled it, and this whole story sort of evolved. And you know, I learned that the Maryland 400 were analogous to the 300 Spartans. They stood up against an overwhelming British force at the Battle of Brooklyn, which took place 6 weeks after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and attacked the British 6 times to allow the Continental Army and Washington time to escape. If it wasn't for that, for their heroism, and the majority of them were wiped out, if it wasn't for that heroism, George Washington would have been captured and half of the Continental Army would have been destroyed.
And many of them were teenagers.
Most of them were teenagers. And the 2 lead characters in the book are teenagers. And, but if they hadn't done that, and author Thomas Field, about 100 years after the actual event, and it took place August 27, 1776, 6 weeks after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, he called that the most important hour in American history. And it galvanized the colonies. Washington got away. If not for their heroism, the revolution would have been over.
Okay, and the name of the book once again.
Saving Washington, and there's a postscript, The Forgotten Story of the Maryland 400 at the Battle of Brooklyn.
And it's just out today, but you can order it online.
No, it's out February 19th. You can order it online.
Okay, you can order it online today, but otherwise you have to wait until Valentine's Day. Or around
Washington's birthday, actually, yeah.
Chris Formant, Saving Washington.